Hello, everybody. David Palomo, aka Teacher David here, bringing you another video installment of our blog From Baby to Boogie. Again, coming to you from our Farallon studio from Music Together Summit. Today, I want to talk about why. What is the big deal about early childhood music? What can it bring to your family? And in order to talk about that, I'd like to tell you the story of how I came to be involved in early childhood music. As I mentioned in the last video, I came to Music Together and early childhood music from a background in counseling. In 2007, I'd finished my second degree in counseling at Kent State. I had heard about this program, Music Together, and it worked with infants, toddlers, and preschoolers, and I couldn't see how in the world you could have a class with infants and toddlers, especially a music class. So I was at the very least curious to see what these people were up to, and I thought it would possibly give me some tools that I could then use in my counseling work with kids. Well, what I saw in that teacher training workshop in 2007 changed everything. It wouldn't be too much to say that it changed my life. Because what I saw, three things, right there in that demo class on the very first day, three things just jumped out at me. We had a classroom full of little ones. There was a baby in arms. There were children that could only crawl. There were children that could stand and walk a little bit. There were toddlers. And the thing that I noticed was that every child in that room, in that demo class, every child was engaged in their verbal vocal system, each one at their level of development, even the cooing little baby. And each one was engaged in their motor skills and at their level of development. But the cherry on the cake, as it were, for me as a counselor, was seeing how all of those children were engaged emotionally, both from the way the music made them feel and with all these wonderful little moments with their parents of emotional engagement with their moms or their dads that were there. And I don't think you have to be a counselor to know that if a family has a solid emotional foundation, that family system can endure a lot. And this just stopped me dead in my tracks, and all during lunch, after this demo class was over, I just kept thinking to myself, where else can a family go where they can have these three absolutely vital developmental domains being engaged and worked and played with and explored and experienced by these little ones all in a single activity? Where else can that happen for a family with young children? And then I began to think, well, that's not just what they're doing. And I realized, especially when we came back from lunch and went on with some more about what had happened and why the teachers had done what they'd done. And I realized, well, let's not forget those, in addition to these three developmental domains being active in that class, these children were also laying the foundation to be lifelong music makers. They were playing with and learning to internalize and physicalize the basics of tone and rhythm. And seeing this, I knew I just had to provide a place where families in our community could come and support their child's development through music and to help their children become lifelong music makers. And that's why the tagline in our blog says, "Weaving family ties song by song." And all of us here at Music Together Summit, we love seeing all these wonderful little moments of connection between parents and children in our classes. And we love seeing the little ones start to blossom as music makers, First, there's a little shoot of maybe some little bit of rhythm, and then we see a little bit of melody, and then they start to use their voice in a musical way, and then we start to hear little pieces of song. And we just love seeing all these little shoots and sprouts as they start to blossom into music makers. So that's why all of us here at Music Together Summit are so inspired to share the power of family music with all of the families that we get to work with every day. I should say we get to play with these families, sharing the power of music. So as this blog continues on into the future, I'll be talking with you some more from time to time about how these little blossoms take place, how children develop musically. For some more tidbits, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/musictogethersummit. For now, I'll sign off with a little riff on a poet named Rumi, a Sufi poet from the Middle East, and he once said, let the beauty we love be what we do. And I'll leave you with this. Let the beauty we love be what we sing. Let the beauty we love be what we groove. So keep singing and dancing with those children, and I'll talk to you again soon. So long.